So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Duck, duck, goose found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go and get that attention. Morning night, I can deal with it. Every night, I can make it like
Yes, we have our winner, TTM, Baby Girl.
Super respectful. Benedict takes the win in the BFR. I think it's second win of the TTM. I'm thinking it's 2 out of 2. STC win.
Welcome back everyone to another video here at TTM Motorsport. It's everyone's favourite time of the week again. It's top 10 moments. This time we headed off to Russia. A bit of a unusual track as it's one of the more modern day ones. But quite difficult to overtake. Everyone seemed to get into sort of DRS trains, but nevertheless we still had fantastic racing all throughout all of our tiers. And for the first time ever we have all 5 tiers submitting clips. So let's get right into it with number 10. LMB and his incredible start. This was from the tier 3 race. On board with LMB now, starting in P12. So not the best qualifying, but he makes up for it with this incredible start. As already off the line, he has TIR wheels he's overtaken. Many cars ahead, looking to pick his way through. Bit of jostling going on ahead as he makes his way past Lewis Johnson and goes in between Vivid and Coles down into turn 1. Squeezes down the inside of about 3 cars there and makes his way all the way up to P5. Incredible start, moving up 7 places. Now onto number 9 we have Dave versus Timmy from our North American tier. On board with Dave now in the McLaren against Timmy in the Renault. Dave looks to make a fairly simple move up the inside of turn 1 with DRS enabled, but as we're about to see in a minute, Timmy probably using a bit more ERS slingshots back round the outside of him through turn 2 and 2 even. Dave leaves him the space, so Timmy's now up the inside of turn 3 and he looks to have the position back, but Dave is not going to let that slide as Timmy goes a bit wide through turn 3, coming into turn 4, locks the brake, the front left right a little bit, and Dave is able to sneak back past the Renault driver up the inside and down into turn 5. He's able to make the move stick and up a place Dave goes. On to number 8 this week we have Rebel versus Stevie JD from our tier 2 race. On board with Rebel here as we're coming down the second DRS straight, looking to make a move on Stevie up into 7th place. Rebel goes down the inside, quite a late move there, but manages to make it stick, slows the car down in time and goes around the outside. Stevie putting up a bit of a fight there, trying to keep it down the inside, but Rebel just had more grip and was able to carry more speed to go around the outside. On to number 7 we have Baby Girl's race winning move. Baby Girl, as you may know, used to be Kung Fu, but has changed his name to Baby Girl, which is fun to commentate on. But here he makes a move around the outside of Joa in a very opportunistic place with intermediate conditions, which sealed his fate to go on and win the race. On to number 6 we have Curry taking opportunities on the opening lap. So I believe Curry had a little bit of damage on his front wing as well. They're down in 17th at the moment, but as we're about to see, there's a bit of chaos ahead as Billy gets caught up. Curry is able to go around the outside and Carl Duncan on his right hand side. Curry's about to make a fantastic move around the outside of that very quick right hander. Both drivers being respectful of each other. Could have easily been a crash there, so great driving from both Curry and Carl. Coming on to our top 5, we have M Still versus Small Hands from our Tier 2 race. On board, or off board even, we've got Small Hands as he dives it down the inside of M Still, but M Still wisely gets a bit of a switchback and goes round the outside, much like we saw Rebel do earlier, but the fight is still not over as M Still goes a bit wide. Small Hands comes back at him through this little chicane, but M Still just manages to keep more speed around the outside and keeps that 10th place ahead of Small Hands. Number 4, just missing out on the podium places, we have Pars between a Wall and a Michael. On board with Michael at the moment at the start. In P5, we've got myself, Ali, Hoopy and Brindy ahead. As we come through turn 4, I get tangled up with Ali a little bit, which allows Pars to squeeze in between Michael and the wall. Don't know how no one made contact there, but then Michael gets an excellent, Pars even gets an excellent switchback. And coming through this tight and twisty sector 2, he's able to make the move up on the Alfa Romeo driver. Onto our podium places, we have Pred versus Benedict from our Tier 4 race in number 3. We have Benedict in front, SF Pred behind, and Pred is about to make a fantastic move around the outside of turn 4. Both drivers keeping within track limits, no bumping or touching, and then even into turn 5, Benedict is still trying to fight Pred for P1, but Pred is just able to have carry more speed around the outside. A fantastic move there, very opportunistic, and not a lot of times we see moves around the outside. On to number 2, we have Tez and his 2-for-1 move. So on board with Tez in the AlphaTauri, we've got Pars and Stant ahead. Pars and Stant are about to have a little bit of a coming together, sort of, which causes Pars to go wide. Tez already makes up a move. Oh, Stant went off even. But then we have Pars on the inside. Tez is about to go around the outside. Very opportunistic move. Never seen a move there. And even behind, I think Stant gets the place back on Pars. So great driving from all drivers there. Onto our top spot now, we have Pars versus Ali. On board with Pars now in the house. As he makes a move past Ali, Ali's going to dive down the inside, switches around the outside, similar to moves that we've seen before in this week's top 10. But they keep on going. Ali goes around the outside of this little chicane, very tight and twisty there. And Pars looks to try and regain the position around the outside, but Ali just gets the better exit, and Ali makes the move up into 3rd place. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Top 10 Moments. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to keep up to date with all the content that we're producing here. And as always, hope you're staying safe, and we'll see you next time.